Great. My name is still Johnny, and I'm so excited you're here because I've got updates and upgrades to tell you about to 4 amazing games in the Osmo line of games right now. So if you have the Osmo Little Genius Starter Kit Plus and you like ABCs, well, it's just about to get better, my friends. So I'm going to be telling you all about that first, and then we're going to go on to the Genius Starter Kit, where we have updates and upgrades that are visually amazing, educationally amazing, and let me tell you, they are so fun. For Tangrams, we've got words and numbers. A lot of really exciting things I'm going to be telling you about. If you have questions about anything that I'm saying, any of these upgrades, please feel free to ask in the chat. We've got an Osmonaut there who is going to be answering a ton of questions, so don't be shy. Ask away. Let me tell you right off the bat, you still are going to need your Osmo base, your Osmo compatible device, and your Osmo reflector, just like all the Osmo games in the past. With these specific games, I will tell you right off the bat that ABCs is going to be something that you can just upgrade in your app store, whichever device that you use. Just push the upgrade button or the update button, and you're going to have the most modern version, the recent edition of ABCs, which is going to be, again, from the Little Genius Starter Kit. And then with the 3 other games, Tangrams, Words, and Numbers, you are going to need to go to the store and just download them again. All the previous versions are still going to be available, and you'll know the difference because the application icon is going to show, let's say Tangrams is now going to become Tangrams Education. So if you have Tangrams Education, it means you probably need to re-download or play the old version. Both are great, but I prefer these, and let me tell you why. With ABCs, we are going to get started on first, and that is again going to be using just the same exact pieces. You're going to have your Osmo mat right here, and then all of these silicone lines and angles for you to create shapes and to create letters, and it's going to be a blast. So the big difference that I've noticed in these games is that the theme is more book driven, and it's going to be very customizable to the level of whichever child is playing the game. So in the past, you were given specific letters to choose and specific settings to be in, and now the power really is in the parents' hands and the child's hands. So whoever's playing the game is going to have an even more customized experience, a more unique experience that is ultimately going to benefit that child significantly more. So when it comes to this opening screen right here, you can already tell we've got our steadfast guy Mo and his magic wand. He's in what looks like a playroom, and up in the top left corner, you're going to be seeing a gear, and if we click on that, this is where you're going to be able to adjust the settings for whoever is playing. And so, for example, when Mo offers you a letter, because we create letters, we create pictures, and then ultimately we create a tableau for those things to exist in. So if your child is really just getting started off learning about letters and shapes, we can go up to easy there just by a simple scroll, and it's going to truly walk you step by step through the letter building process. But if your child really thinks they have a hold on A, we can go all the way to hard, and they don't even get any hints. I'm going to stick to medium, where it's going to show you up at the top the types of pieces you're going to use and a basic stencil of the shape, so that way I know I need these shapes to fit a certain space. The same thing can go for pictures. So once we create our pictures, our letters, we can go on to pictures or vice versa. And for example, if I was doing the A level and I have this apple right here, I might think I know how to do it freeform, and I can truly push this button down here, and it will just help me use my creative mind as well as my logical mind to build it. However, if I wanted to really take it step by step, I can click here, and Mo will guide me through each step of designing the apple and showing me which pieces I need to use in order to create the shape that he wants. So I'm going to click again to medium, semi-guided, helps me out. Next, what's really fun is right here you get to have the choice. Again, it's all about choice. The choice of, do I want to make letters first, or do I want to make my pictures first. And so you can just toggle between player's choice or starting with a letter. And that means that if I click on the letter K, for example, I'm going to have to build both the uppercase and the lowercase k before I can move on to the picture. But I'm going to keep it to player's choice because I like to choose. I want to have a little bit of autonomy. And then down here, we can lock for the time being or unlock, depending on your child's skill, 2 special books that are going to be in Mo's library. Digraphs, which are going to say, like they tell you right here, digraphs are 2 letters that come together to make a third new sound, like s, h, makes sh. And so if your child is working on phonics, digraphs are a great place to practice. And so you can unlock it by tapping on this toggle switch right there. Similarly with blends, so it's more when you put consonants together to create longer sounds. Again, these are going to be phonics. These are the 2-letter books, whereas the first things that you have automatically unlocked are going to be single letters. And then you can play with the sound. So customization is key here. We're going to push play, and I'll show you how the game has shifted inside. So right here, this is our library. As I said, the theme is books. So we can start by looking at number 1, 2, 3, and then I kept 4 unlocked because it's a blend. Oh my gosh, Mo, hey! So Mo is telling me that I want to start with ABCs. It's a great place to start. So you just tap on the book that you want, and it will open up a world of challenges for you. And now in the past, it used to be that you were just given a picture and then Mo would tell you which letters belonged in the picture. Now it's really in the hands of you or your child to decide which types of games that you want to be playing with Mo. So for example, I was playing with the letter K before because I think that would be fun. And let me take you back to where I was because it'll keep track of your progress.
What a wacky hallway. I'm keen to find the words that start with K. Tap on one of the cutouts to make something wonderful.
All right. So here we are. Like K is for. Oh man, we gotta build the picture.
Kite.
Oh, there we are. He tells me kite.
Whoa! Look at this. This looks like a great space to create.
It does.
How would you turn those pieces into a kite?
So because I'm on the medium difficulty, you can see up here that it has a list of the different pieces that I can use. So I know that I'm gonna need a red half circle to go at the bottom to match that picture. I'm gonna need these 2 blue sticks to build the edges of the kite. I'm gonna now need a bunch of these magenta or fuchsia pieces. Oh, it's a more narrow kite than I was expecting to build something like
if you
so.
Like your picture, press here.
And let's say I was having a difficult time, I could always push the hints button up in the top right corner.
Need to make it 2 big blue sticks, 4 small pink sticks,
And he's going to help me pick out all the pieces I need.
Curve. When you have those pieces, place them on the mat.
And then I build like so. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just like it was in the last game, because every kid makes a different, unique kite or picture.
Hands in the air. Okay, now to pull it in.
Okay, so you touch the magic wand button in the bottom right corner. Mo turns your, wow, your masterpiece into something special. And then it shows up in your hallway. Great. And finally, last thing I want to just show you real quick is that we can go to,
tap the blue button.
Yeah, if you want to redo it, like he said, you can tap the blue button. Mo will always have your back through this. He's always going to guide you, which is really comforting when you're in a classroom setting to have a buddy.
Like you need to clear your plate.
Oh, yes.
Once it's clean, we can start.
Like I said, he's helping me out by making sure I'm clean.
K makes
Okay,
the sound.
and this is the last thing I'll show you
How would you
before we
turn
move
those
on.
pieces into a lowercase k?
Okay. I think I got it.
Hands up as high as you can reach. Okay, now to pull it in.
Okay, Mo. Amazing.
Look at that. Job
So now
well
you can
done.
see when we go
Let's
back
put
to
this
my
into our
screen
picture.
that I've got a kite built, I've got my lowercase k built up
Let's
here
put it here so everyone
in
can
the
see.
corner with his magic wand. It'll appear. And so if I wanted to, I could continue playing with building this jack, or a jack in the box, this key, this K. If I wanted to go to the next letter, I can click down here so they're in sequential order, or I can tap on the left. And as you can see here, every letter is going to have a star underneath. And once you've completed the tableau that goes with that letter, then you get a star there. Once you have all 26 letters in your of stars, it'll keep track in this top corner right there.
What letter do you want
And you can
to
go
do
back to the
next?
book.
Let's pick.
You can go back to the book right here, and it will have a star in the center. So that's really exciting. Again, it's all about customization. Your child can really focus on the things that they are interested in, the things that they want to be practicing at home, develop certain levels of phonics. And then we're going to move on to, I think, one of my favorite games, which is Tangrams. So the icon is still going to look the same, and you are going to be using the exact same 7 pieces, and they are fun, and they look like this. I put them in a nice little, I don't know, edgy modern stack. But the difference that you're going to find here is that there's going to be a bunch of different worlds that your characters get to travel through. There's going to be the introduction of Tangram friends, who essentially are like Mo, but in the Tangram world, and they're going to walk you through each of the different stages. And each stage is going to have about 6 different games or challenges and puzzles that you're going to be asked to create throughout. And as you unlock different characters and different characteristics by completing the challenges, you get closer to unlocking this treasure chest. So as you can see, down here is my Tangram friend. This is the World 2 day out, so we're going to be at the park, we're going to be having a good time. Instead of the previous game where you got to move around a big giant map and then choose your own difficulty, this game is going to be very intuitive, and it's going to figure out what your skill set is and adjust the games accordingly. So let's see if I can play this guy up at the top and show you how it works. So this was giving me not the entire image, but it's giving me an idea. And so as I progress with the map or the game, it's going to track how I do and what my strengths are. And then so sometimes it's going to give me all of the colors if I'm pretty new and they seem that I'm just figuring out how to do tangrams. But if I'm an expert, center my pieces. Just like Mo, this game really does look out for you. So now it's just a bit more intuitive. The gameplay is a little bit more varied, and you have access to a bigger variety of worlds. So your child is going to experience a bunch more fun images. The prizes at the end are really rewarding. And what I also really like, again, we're back to customization. Your Tangram friend, which is this little yellow guy for me right now, that's who I've unlocked. You're able to go to this orange icon in the bottom left, tap on that, and have fun customizing your person. So, for example, I have all of these fun things to unlock, but I've already unlocked a baseball cap, which looks super cute and fun, and now my guy has some personality. And as we go from different days and different worlds, you're going to be able to unlock, look at how many different Tangram friends you can get. You can customize all you want. So once again, every kid is going to have their own experience with Tangrams, and Tangrams is going to help guide them through a series of fun different levels with a bunch of different puzzles, and they're able to, succeed at the rate that they feel most empowered by and most comfortable with. Alright, so that is our Tangrams game. We are then going to go over to the next one, which is Words. Words is also going to have a new update, which is that it's intuitive as well. They've introduced over 1,000 words into this level, and so this is the upgrade. And so when your child is playing Words, the game is tracking what letters and what types of words that they are really succeeding with and what they are struggling with. So it's going to be able to offer more of those challenging words and keep away from some of those things that are a bit more in their wheelhouse. So that way they're always growing, they're always learning, they're always having something new, which I really like. So as you can see from this very first screen, a lot of things have changed. Aula is no longer. We have these fun dance parties. These characters, I've already introduced like 6 new dance people to my crew, and the whole theme is we are going through 4 major levels that are all going to have different themes based on the seasons. So each season we're going to work through, like summer is coming up, so I'm going to show you the summer level. And as you complete levels, you're going to unlock new characters, you're going to unlock new costumes, and at the end, you're going to be rewarded with a giant dance party. And that, my friends, is the reward that we all want. Especially these days, we gotta dance. So as you can see now, the map is summer themed, where it's hot out. Over here you start with a mini party, but as we track our progress and collect these rocks and crystals along the way, we're working towards getting to the DJ booth and the dance floor. So you can see I'm pretty close. I'm gonna click on the space that I want to go to. If there's a rock there, it means that there's going to be a challenge for us.
Letters for paints.
What I really like now too is that it is not going to be a game that's mostly focused on guessing. It's going to be a game that is really listening focused. So we have an English teacher reading every single word. So when she says paints, I hear it correctly. I mean, this one, I only have to put 1 letter, and that is a thrill for me because there's almost no chance I'm going to get that wrong. So we add our gems to the bottom right there. You can see, track your progress. And then we can move on forward to a fun mini game. And the mini games are a blast. Oh, is this a mini game, or do I get to... Oh my gosh, this is exciting. It is. So I can use my little gems to pull back a slingshot. Oh man, I only got 10, but as you can see, it tracks your progress right here, and you get to ultimately get a bunch of prizes, and the more prizes you get, the more things that you have to customize once we get to the dance party. Oh man, I want to stay, but I also want to show you guys things from the numbers. So this one, again, tracks the progress for you, so you do not need to customize it, whereas the next game that I'm going to show you in our final game in the upgrades, numbers, does really let you customize. So with tangrams and words, you don't really need to worry about setting any sort of special settings for your child, whereas with ABCs and now numbers, it really is all in the parents' hands now to set it for their child's success, which I think is really a beautiful thing. So make sure you have the numbers that we've been using for the previous game. And if your child is anything like me, they'll be a mess. Luckily, things are easy to put away when you're done. So the first thing you'll probably notice is that the theme is completely different here. This is probably the biggest shift that I've seen. The visuals are really beautiful, but the theme is really nautically driven. Now Numbers is going to be introducing the same 4 sequences that you had before, which were counting, addition, combos, and multiplication. But now they're going to add subtraction. So there's five processes of math that you're able to do within this one game. But it's not just math now, my friends. It's going to be almost a lesson in geography and marine biology, and you get to go to, I believe, over 10 different coastal places and oceans around the world and discover marine life that exists there by completing challenges using your math tiles. So your child is going to be collecting specialty cards that are going to feature facts about the area that they're in, facts about the animals that they're discovering, and it's really exciting because every single location is going to have a different type of marine biology animal living in the space, and you get to really expand your knowledge about more than just math. But the key to getting there is in these numbers. So our main character is now this boat that you can see right here. And instead of following a linear bubble path like we had in the previous game, you're going to be able to use this guy to search around the map and figure out where you want to go. So as you can see, these question marks and these circle spaces mean that there is something under the water there that we can unlock and experience. But before I get there, I want to show you those customization settings that I was talking about. So just like ABCs, you want to tap on the gear setting in the corner. And I've set up my situation right here, but you can just push change your math. You'll get this screen right when you open the game for the very first time. So make sure that you're playing alongside your child just for the big setup at least. Because now we go through step by step. So for counting, you can shift and toggle over to, for example, I'm pretty good at counting. So I'm gonna go medium, and they tell you the age group right here. So this is suggested for ages 5 to 6. I'm gonna go on to addition. I put hard, which is ages 6 to 7. For this round, maybe I'm gonna go medium, take it easy on myself. Multiplication, you can adjust it for the bit level that your child is at, or you can turn it off if your kid is not yet able to make it into multiplication and they wanna focus just on addition or counting, so I turned it off right there. Simple algebra, again, could be something that would be great for a group that's 8+ and they could go the medium, or even 9+ and you can go to the hard. I'm gonna go to easy, but you can always have the option of turning it off now and turning it on later, depending on what level your child is at. Same with simple algebra 2. I'm gonna keep this nice and easy, and then you can check everything that you've got on. I've disabled multiplication, and I'm going to confirm. So now that takes me to my space. I'm going to find that, I think it's a whale, you guys. I'm going to tap on the whale. My boat comes over. And the difference between this version and the previous is that you'll see, okay, so this is the counting level, so we use our dots, our die. You can see now that the boat is going to be hovering over the bubbles instead of the bubbles being above us. So it just makes a little more sense. It's a little more linear in that bubbles rise to the top and we pop them. And underneath the bubbles are going to be the fun. Okay, so they want me to do a 6. All right, so I can do, underneath the bubbles are going to be power-ups. We've kept some of the some familiar ones from the previous round. And there's going to be the addition of fun fish. All right, so 6, I popped a bunch. All right, so if I can just put a 5, pop that. Oh my gosh, let's see if I can do a 2 and a 2 to pop the 4. 4, okay. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, I'm gonna do a 5 right there. I'm just gonna add 1. Oh, come on. Okay, and then you can see your boat. My boat right now is at a medium. It's a yellow. So we have to make sure that we are, I'm gonna add another one. I'm just gonna do basic accounting. We have to make sure that our boat does not run out of energy. And that's where power-ups come in. You guys, oh, do you see? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a turtle at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna add a 2 to get those 2 8s. This glowing orb is the big prize for this level. I love that. Oh my gosh. So what's really fun, clearly I get excited, so just imagine how excited a child is going to be to learn about a green sea turtle travels to the beach where they were born to lay eggs even if it's 1,000 miles away. And if your child can't read yet, you can always push this orange button and it will dictate it to you. What's really fun too is that you can now name your fish. So if I wanted to name my fish anything in the world, I totally can. And again, it's all about customization. So I'm gonna name it Greg. This is Greg the sea turtle. And the name is up there, green sea turtle. We go back. You can keep track of all the different animals that you have collected. Oh! Something exciting is happening. Oh my. Lots of sea turtles just showed up. Greg's whole family, I think. But you can go over here to the research center, and this is going to keep track of all the animals that you've collected so far. Then you can, once you've unlocked it, you're going to be able to click on this plane to travel to new spaces. For now, I'm sticking to where I live, the California coast. So, my friends, those are the main updates that we've got for the Little Genius Starter Kit and the Genius Starter Kit. Make sure you download the ones from the Genius Starter Kit again, so that way you have access to the newest versions and you update your ABCs. One last thing before I go that I really think is so exciting is that Osmo is not just updating the games here, they are creating a more completely interactive experience for you by sending out a newsletter to the email connected to your Osmo account. So every month there's going to be a different theme, whether it's Earth or invention, and that theme is going to send out or dictate what you get that month. So it's going to teach you a little bit about the games. Sometimes you're going to learn about famous people and historians throughout the time, and then you're also going to be getting fun activities that you can do with your child or your child can do for themselves. For all the different months, they are also going to potentially translate into the games. So with your dance parties, you're going to be able to have themed dance parties, not just based off the costumes, but based off the themes of the month. Similarly, in the words game, you're going to be able to unlock a museum feature, and that museum is going to change based off of what month it is. So please feel free to check your emails, and if you miss for the newsletter, so you can really keep track of what's happening, and the game will be updating all the time, so that way you never have a dull experience. And finally, if you do miss a month, which I hope you don't, you can always go to the blog. The blog will keep track of everything that we've covered, and you can have fun with whatever you'd like and revisit things that you've loved. So please check out playosmo.com for any more information. Again, ask some questions in the chat, and I hope you have a fantastic day.